Alright, so we got some leaky brake lines on this Impala. Here and here, they're pretty rusted. It looks like I'm gonna have to replace them all the way up. Tow truck driver got us here. I don't know what he was thinking with his hooks, but that's from the tow truck driver that brought the Impala to us. I'm not sure what he was thinking here, but yeah, it tore it up pretty good. Documented it so we could let the customer know that it wasn't anything to do with us. All right, so we're gonna pull these fasteners loose. Well, we were gonna until everything was rusted and broke off here. This is gonna be a problem. Let's see if this one comes out. If it breaks off. Oh, broke off. Par for the course, it seems. Those things breaking off. So I hate messing with this stuff because, like, you know, you got fuel lines. This has already been repaired back here, and I know that we're likely going to develop another leak. I'm going to try and be as delicate as I can, taking these out of this this hole down. But now we got a new issue because we got both those bolts snapped off, of course. And these, yeah, these are going to be. That's going to be an issue for sure. Every time we wiggle these things around, it's gonna make it worse and worse. But in order to replace these two rear lines, we've got to get them out of these hold downs so we can get it off and bend up new lines. So I think I might cut them here, pinch them, break them off, and then try to work it from this end on up there. So I'm going to try to pinch it closed right here and cut it off so we're not wiggling what's left of the back part of it there. So we'll just cut that one off. We'll come in here and do the same with this one that's leaking. Try and pinch it closed. Okay. Now, if we can get these out of this hold down, which I doubt that's gonna happen. Let's try and pinch this off a little bit more here. It's so brittle. I'm gonna try and squeeze it off so we don't lose all the fluid. We're gonna have to get those back bleeders broken loose too before we do anything and make sure those will come loose, but we got them out of that back one. So we'll try this next set here and see if they'll come out. I definitely don't want to pry against that other line. That's a fuel line, and I don't want to replace those as well. They're rusty enough that we should probably replace them, but we're on a limited budget with the customer in this thing, so let's see if we can get this out. Yeah, I don't want to pry against that fuel line. Let's see. Oh, man. Yeah, she just won't come loose. It's been too long. Let's see if maybe we can push it from the back side. It feels like it's just gonna break. Yeah, and if I pry against that too much, we'll create a leak in that fuel line, but I guess we got it there. So now we got another one here. This one doesn't even have the hold down anymore. Let's see if we can sneak these two out of here. Maybe I should just push up on it. Should have glasses on since this thing's so rusty. Man, I hate bending those fuel lines too much. got them out of that one. Let's see if we can get them out of these next ones. Okay. All right. There's those. Now we gotta do the same here. It's just not coming out. I think we probably better get that one loose. Taking any bets on whether or not it's going to break off here. Oh yeah. Yep, snapped right off. That's what we get for trying. But here, we've got a whole nother issue because this thing won't. There. Okay. Now, we can use that for leverage. Okay, we got them out of there. Let's see. Let's see if they'll come out of here. Okay. All right. So far, so good. We got all those out. We got them out of here. Now I turn a corner up here in the front. I'm sure there's some kind of hold down. Yep, right inside there. And there's another one up top. Lucky us. So we got this other hole down inside there. And then there's another one up there. We got to get them out of. All right, we went ahead and pulled the tire off of this thing so we can get a better shot at these two bottom lines, getting them out of that clip. And then we have another clip up top. So let's see if we have a chance at getting them out of this clip. I hate disturbing all this stuff. It never fails that, like, once you start messing with this rusty stuff, something else starts leaking and they really can't afford to replace all the fuel lines and brake lines and stuff. This is part of living in the salt. I don't know, maybe I should save that one for last and try to come up here to the top and see what we can figure out here. So yeah, we got lots of clamps down in there, lots of hold downs. We got one right down here, a black one, and then there's a gray one just behind that, which is not clipped into the body or anything, which seems kind of foolish, but those got to come apart for sure. Hopefully you can see okay. So we're gonna try to open this clip. This stuff is so rusty. I hate to disturb any of this. Okay, so got that clip open. Let's try and open this one. Okay. So we got that one. Now it looks like this is one of our rear lines here. And then this is the other rear line here. I believe the rears are both on the bottom of the master cylinder. Okay. All right, now we gotta get that white clip. They gotta come out of that white clip, and I'm thinking about clipping them under this master cylinder. The only headache with that is I got to be sure that I clip the right ones. So I believe this is a rear, and then that one's a rear right there. The two bottom ones are rear lines. It's really hard to see down in there to make sure. That's why I was trying to work them from the back forward. But getting them out of those clips is a chore. So I guess we'll go back in the wheel well and see if we can get these two lowers out of this clip. I'm gonna clip them here and pull them up. Okay, there's that one. Now we gotta cut this one. Okay. All right, so I think now we might be able to work with those pieces to get them out. They're loose on the other side, but they're still stuck in here. So it's the two bottom ones. That one's still stuck in there. So I'm gonna cut it here. Okay. All right, so we got that piece out. Hopefully that's the right one. Yep, that's the right one. But she's still hooked in right there. So let's get this piece out. Okay. And then it's got to come out of here. Okay. So those two are out. We'll have to run those back one at a time. Hopefully where I cut those keeps it from leaking fluid, too much fluid, while it's sitting here and running the master cylinder dry if it's not already. So we're just working on that last clip there to get all the lines out. This one right here. We got to get them out of there. All right, we got one of them out. Let's see if we can get the other one without breaking anything else. Any fuel lines or anything. Okay. There. Okay. All right, we got that out. There. So there's both chunks of line. We'll get those out and get some measurements. All right, another thing we should probably do is make sure that the rear bleeders will come loose on the caliper. Boy, that lug nut doesn't seem right. That one's the same way. Before we order any brake lines or anything, we better find out if these bleeders will come loose, and they're just as rusty as the lines were. So hopefully we can get them loose. So this is our rear bleeder back here on the caliper, and you see how rusted it is. I'm going to try and put a little bit of propane, but not too close to the line, a little bit of propane heat to the caliper and see if I can work this thing loose without breaking it off and then having to get it out or put a new caliper on. So I guess we'll get set up to do that. Put a little heat on this without heating the brake line at all. Let's see. That's probably not enough. Hopefully she doesn't break. We're gonna try. Let's just give her some light taps here. I'm afraid if I put the impact on it, the small impact, it's gonna snap right off. something's happening. She's either gonna break off or it's coming out. So let's try and bump it back the other way a little bit. It seems like it's turning. Let's make sure she'll open up here. I think we're getting it loose. So we'll just work it back and forth. Let's see if we can get these coming out. All right. I don't know how much the heat did. Maybe it just made me feel better about the situation. All right. So we're gonna have to clean up the orifices in the bleeder. But it did come out. So we'll go do the other side. We got the same exact thing going on here. She's rusted and crusty. So I think we're gonna go at it with the heat again. And we'll try and work it like the other side. Hopefully it comes loose. All right, so we're gonna get some heat going to this one without getting it on the line or burning my fantastic Ryobi light. This thing, you know, this propane torch doesn't get anything really hot. Maybe it just makes me feel better when I'm doing it. Or maybe that little tiny bit of heat's just enough. All right, so we've been heating this for a minute or two. We'll take the heat away. We got lucky on the other side. Let's see if we can do that twice. I'm just gently bumping this ratchet. We'll turn him back the other way. Let's see if we can gently work this thing loose. And that means we can bleed these rear lines. You know, it's probably hot from the torch too. Okay, so it came out. We're gonna have to clean it up a little bit before we bleed them, but we'll just turn that back in there a little ways. All right, so they both came loose, so it's time to order some parts, some lines and fittings. Oh, I guess we better get those other two lines loose back there. Yes, I have line wrenches. No, I don't want to use them. I know that's close to that fuel line. All right. Let's see. Some vice grips. It's kind of looking like I'm gonna have to replace these all the way back anyway, but let's see what happens. Okay, so it came loose. Probably didn't need all the heat. I kind of want to grab it, but I know it's hot. Tough fingers. All right, so there's that one. This one's pretty crummy. All right, we'll flare this line out. The old bubble flare, hopefully. All right, so don't do what I did. So we put a flare on this. Not that great of a flare anyway, but only to find out that it's a different thread pitch. Not the same. I left these in here while I was doing it to try to keep all the brake fluid from pouring out on the ground, and for whatever reason, GM used a different thread on this brake line. So that means I got to cut these off. I got to get this off because nobody around town has fittings that I need. So we're going to take this fitting off, we're going to cut that line, put this fitting on, put another flare on it, a better flare, and see if we can get it back together and bleed the brakes. Okay, so now we got to get this out. That'll be fun. We'll have to get it loose. I'll probably heat it a little bit. So a little bit of heat, we got her to slide down. Now we'll see if we can cut it off. Get it to slide apart here. So we can reuse this fitting because nobody around's got fittings for some reason. Supply shortage, I guess. So no, I don't typically like to reuse these, but again, nobody had them. So we're gonna clean the center of it up. I'm just gonna roll up a piece of sandpaper to clean the center of it out. I don't know what is going on lately with supply, but we're short everything. Hopefully this slides on. All right, so we pretty well got it finished up. We got the new lines run, finally got them flared. Don't do what I did and not check your fittings before you flare it and put your fitting on. I'm gonna try this, I saw it on TikTok. And then we will crack the bleeders. Hold it.
Oh my God.
Here, there. You got it. That way you won't fall up. You're like a little baby. You're like
Pump
a little
it.
Baby. Just like a little baby, huh?
Hold it.
Whoa.
It's okay.
Oh my God, this fucking dog's retarded.
It's okay. Just not sound fun now.
Hey. You want down?
This was the solution under here. I just ran a self tapper in for the bracket to hold them down because those bolts broke off. And the customer's not going to keep this thing much longer, maybe through the winter or something, but it doesn't have many winters left in it. And that's our tow truck driver guy. Ripped that all apart. He did a number up here too. I'm not sure why he's putting hooks in here, but that's what he did.